Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another political episode. It is election night 2026 and our monthly gubernatorial prediction. We are ready to make some updates to our map, where things are looking at in the gubernatorial races next year. So obviously we're doing this in an election night format. So with the closing states first, starting with Vermont, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. And we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and get started. Calling the easy ones. Number 1, obviously 7 p.m. The polls have closed. We can make a projection that Phil Scott will be winning re-election as governor of Vermont. He's probably going to keep the governor's mansion red for 10 years. 10 more years when it comes to that. Looking at the state of South Carolina now, that, of course, governor's mansion is being carried by now the I want to believe it's Josh Kembrell. He is the new governor of South Carolina. He will win that election. And in Georgia, we can make a projection that Chris Carr, the Attorney General of Georgia, will win the governor's mansion and the governor's race, thus becoming the next governor of Georgia. In Florida, Byron Donalds has won the governor's mansion, becoming the next governor of said Florida. All right. This is our map so far. Let's head to 7:30 p.m. And we have the closing states, and that being Ohio. We can project that Vivek Ramaswamy will win the governor's mansion in Ohio. So far, the gubernatorial wins are Republican wins. 5 wins for the GOP, but Democrats will enjoy some couple wins within the next hour, 30 minutes. So you have 5 projected wins. All right, 8 o'clock p.m., we can make some projections. Democrats will win in Maine. For those of you who want to know the names of who I'm predicting will become the next governor, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that I'm going to go ahead and say that it's going to be Troy Jackson, the president of the Maine Senate. So we're going to go ahead and project him the winner of Maine. Kelly Ayotte will win in New Hampshire. In Massachusetts, Governor Healy will win re-election. Governor McKee will win re-election in the state of Rhode Island. In Connecticut, Governor Lamont will win re-election in the state of Connecticut. In Pennsylvania, no surprise, Josh Shapiro will be projected the winner. And definitely not a surprise, Wes Moore, the governor of Maryland, will be projected a 4-year 8 years going into another 4 years as governor. All right. Continuing on, Illinois. A lot of Republicans thought they could make some gains in this said race, but we're going to go ahead and make a projection that Governor J.B. Pritzker will win re-election in the state of Illinois. In Tennessee, we will say no surprises in the state of Tennessee. John Rose will become the next governor of Tennessee. And in Alabama, Tommy Tuberville will become the next governor. He has officially ran his campaign. It really does depend if he's going to become, and yeah, it looks like he will be the next governor if you're looking at it. Okay. In the state of Oklahoma, we can make a projection with that being said, we can say that Getter Durhamund will become the next governor of Oklahoma. And finally, I wouldn't say finally, we have a couple more. Kansas will be the first flip of the night. It is unclear on who will win that Republican nomination, but I'm going to go ahead and do a hypothetical. I will just say Jeff Collier will win the said governor's mansion in Kansas. Now, going forward, we have the state of Texas. We can officially project that Greg Abbott will win a fourth term as Texas governor. All right, so this is your map in front of you. You got 11 seats for Republicans, one pickup, meaning we have one net worth of Republicans gaining a net worth of one. That is Kansas, an inevitable flip. It's now 8:30 p.m., and we're going to go ahead and project that Arkansas. Sarah Huckabee Sanders will win re-election as the governor of Arkansas. 9 o'clock. We can now make a projection. We will go ahead and project that Kathy Hochul will win re-election despite a tough challenge from Republicans. Republicans are aiming to pick up a net worth of seats in in New York, in the House of Representatives, and hoping that anti-Hochul effect will help them there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and project that Tim Walz will win a third term as governor of Minnesota. In Iowa, has elected a new governor. The new governor being Brad Sherman, a state representative. He has defeated Rob Sand, thwarting his efforts to flip the state. Going forward to South Dakota, we can officially project that Governor Larry Roden will win the governor's mansion serve a full term. In Nebraska, we can officially project that Jim Pillen has won re-election. In Colorado, we can project that Colorado has elected a new governor. Senator Michael Bennet will become the next governor of Colorado. In New Mexico, we can make a projection. In Democrat, Democrat Deb Haaland will win the governor's mansion in New Mexico. The former U.S. Secretary of the Interior. Arizona is too close to call. Meanwhile, we can make a projection in the solid red state of Wyoming. Wyoming will elect a new governor, and that being Brent Byen, who was a former candidate for governor in 2022. He will win the governor's mansion. All right. We have, it could be Harriet Hagman, but right now we have Brent Byen as the runner in this hypothetical. All right, we can take a look. We have one state closing, and that is the state of Nevada at 10 p.m. And we can make a projection. Governor Lombardo easily winning re-election to a second term. Everyone knew that was going to happen. Not much of a battleground state there. Okay. All right. Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona. They are too close to call right now. All right. Looking at the next closing states. Idaho, Oregon, and California at 11 p.m. We can make a projection. Here, let's see who's running in California. California, whoever's going to be that next governor, it's really up in the air. We know that's going to be a Democrat. But in my hypothetical, we'll go as far as saying that it could be Eleni Kolonopoulos, the former governor, the lieutenant governor, since she is, of course, a likely successor there. But yes, it will win the said election. We can make that projection. Konalakis. All right. In Oregon, Tina Kotek, if that's her name, she will win re-election pretty easily. And in the state of Idaho, we can make a projection that Brad Little. Brad Little is Brad Little running? Brad Little is not running yet, but he's publicly expressed. But in this hypothetical, we will say he is. Brad Little will win the governor's mansion. All right. We are ready to make a projection in one of the key battleground states, and that will be, what's his name? Tony Evers has won a third term, defeating a Washington County executive, which I feel is not qualifying enough to get the Democratic, to build a Republican momentum, Republican base to take out Evers. So Evers will get reelected in this hypothetical. We can take a look here, make a projection in Alaska and Hawaii. It's now 12 o'clock p.m. Hawaii has been projected for Democrats. Josh Green, he's won re-election. And Alaska, I don't know who's running there. They've elected a new governor. And that being, I would say, Nancy Dahlstrom has won that said election. All right. We can make another projection here in one of the two battleground states. In the state of Michigan, we have made a projection in that said state that Jocelyn Benson, the Secretary of State, will win re-election as governor of the state of Michigan. And finally, in the state of Arizona, we can make a projection that Katie Hobbs will win the governor's mansion. So I would say this is a really bad outcome for Republicans. And with that being, I'm just saying, you got to really, really, really focus on turnout. Republicans didn't necessarily take anything home in this scenario. So I wouldn't go as far as saying, good job, Republicans. No, Democrats won key states. I wouldn't go as far as declaring that. But obviously, I do think Republicans, they just need to really focus hard on Arizona. They need Tom Tiffany to run in Wisconsin. We got a good guy, John James. He's running for Michigan governor, but he is experiencing a tough race with the Attorney General, former Attorney General. And I'm saying, you know what? The former Attorney General of Michigan, like him at all, but guess what? He's too irrelevant. He's faded into history. John James, he's incumbent. He's an incumbent congressman. He has the record. And I think Michigan Republicans need to go and back him. But anyway, what do you guys think in regards to this video? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.